stuff like that. Here we have gonna have a collision, I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I think Vlado's going to struggle to get away from this one. I think he is one of the shorter stacks now.
I would be not surprised if Ati jams, even if it's going to be like 40 big blinds.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go too big. I think he's going to make it like 700 or something.
Yeah,
oh no, he's going a bit smaller by the looks of it. No.
But maybe.
No, it does look massive. It's what, like 735 or something? 580? Is that 5? 580. Look like about 6 grey chips at least.
160, 320, 480. Seems like 3.5x.
Which is pretty chunky.
It's chunky, but it's not like 6x or something we was thinking.
It's not terrible, but when you're in position as the chip leader versus a shorter stack,
he will not have aces with this icing. He will not have aces.
He never has the stronger hands, but Vlado knows that he's just like flipping a lot of the time here, and I think the sort of player Vlado is, he's happy to take that chance to then get the big stack and have the future game from that. And as you see, AT10 here, realizing that this is a huge spot for him equity-wise, because if he wins, he's up to 7 million almost, and he is...
And 7 left.
7 left, exactly. Gets a pay jump. And it's a fun flop for everyone.
But this gotcha is not...
Vlado needs to dodge a jack, ace, or king. Ati is just looking for exactly that.
6.
It's a pretty decent card for Vlado. He's just 1 card away from a huge double, which is, I think, going to bring him really... Oh, wow. Until the jack on the river, and the run for Ati just continues there.
Wow.
He had some huge all-ins where he woke up with the goods versus good regs. 8s for Ati under the gun. Finds himself an easy open. Good profile for a boring table. Yeah, he's really given it some, isn't he? Really thinking, well, this one is there for the taking. Taking as wide as King 7 off, just maybe just a little bit zoned out. Who knows? We'll let's have a little look at the next close-up, shall we, and see if we can formulate some sort of opinion. I didn't notice it myself. Mr. Pilgrim, thanks for joining the chat. Does go for the non-all-in 3-bet, don't mind it. Would have probably gone a little bit smaller, just so that you allow some room for your opponent to occasionally, you know, pile it in and get into a spot where this kind of size is limiting maybe the amount of bluffs your opponent can have. I think in position on the final table, maybe a 2.5x 3-bet would be quite nice here. Thomas saying he is high AF. And does get a bite out of Ati here, who's going to have a really tough time post-flop now, going to 0.75 SPR. Just going to be kind of guessing. Wow, Queen 3 deuce, rainbow. Does it get any better for spot on the button? No, it does not. That is the dream. Almost flopped too well. But he'd definitely be relieved to see that, rather than some kind of dicey ace high board, a king high board, a diamond board, a club board, for example. Quite a nice spot to go for the check back even. Oh, gets check jammed, and he is stone dead to backdoor quad draw. A blunder there from Ati, just not identifying how strong that button 3-betting range is going to be. I don't think Spot has played a hand, and we've seen that's because he's been card dead, but it would take a very, very skilled player to find many bluffs there for a third of his stack pre versus the chip leader under the gun. Ati 10 with the 10-10, and this could be a huge collision coming up right here. Maciek has 33 big blinds, and I think you just have to jam it in here. He does. Don't really want to play post flop. Really don't want to get 4-bet jammed on with the amount of ICM that's in play. And wow, does get the snap call, and they're going to be flipping for it all here. This is absolutely massive for both players. Maciek had grinded himself up from a short stack to get himself in the hunt, and he needs to find an ace or a king here to improve, or continue, I should say, his chances of winning the coveted Banco Casino Masters trophy and the €20,000 top prize. This is a huge equity spot, probably worth somewhere around the 10k euros mark for the winner of this hand. And 7 in the window and a 10. Ati takes an extremely dominating lead into the turn and river, and well, they are shaking hands. There is still the Queen Jack run out, guys. Not to be though. The 7 just kills it off on the turn, and the needle ace on the river. Just salt in the wound for Maciek as hello there, Pocket Rockets in heads up. Does it get much better than that? So 200k big blind. Let's see what he does. Goes to 425. You can limp. You can min raise. Whatever tickles your fancy. It's all depending on how you perceive your opponent. Ati with the Queen 4. Should just be defending with the high card heads up. Flopping top pair is obviously very valuable. It's not often that you're going to be dominated. In this case he is, so he's not really looking to flop the Queen. Does flop a piece though. That 4 should give him enough interest to stick around to at least a turn card and potentially a river. And let's have a look to see what the sizing was from spot there. $325k, so a nice down bet. Jack on the turn, probably going to end Ate's involvement in the hand. Spot has another clear value bet. Sometimes his opponent improves to a jack if they were to have a hand like Jack X of diamonds, Jack 10, Jack 8. They're still going to have a lot of 9, 10, 9, 6, 9, 5, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 10, 7, 8. Both turn a gut shot as well. So plenty of hands to continue to target. And the 675 just setting up slightly under pot size bet jam for the river. Oh no, 875, that's pretty reasonable. Don't mind the size there at all. And the King of Diamonds on the river probably going to slow things down a little bit. I think the turn call from Ate is a little bit ambitious there. Oh wow, he donk jams the river. What a play. Love that. If you are going to find the aggression or continue the flop, this is the play. And is he going to fold? Is he thinking about anything at all apart from yes or no? Tough to say at this point. Looks like he wants to fold. And yeah, it just ends up making the cycle and does find the double up, which is absolutely huge. Gets up to 9.4 million. I'm not really convinced that he thought he had the best hand there. I think he'd just kind of given up and didn't want to fold aces heads up. So Queen 3, ooh, running into the Ace King of Spot, who's got himself back into the game here. Sits back in his chair very quickly. instantly seeming relaxed. Slowly grabbing the chips. Not really taking much time to think this time, as he has in other spots where he's considered bluffing or not had such a strong hand. Not going to be limp folding the queen 3 in suited, especially in the ante format. So another pretty chunky pot already. And it does come queen high, and I think we can probably expect a bet from spot on a rather dry board. Does go for the bet, downsize, and is met with a rather quick raise there. Ate not taking any chances, looking to protect his queen here and now. It's like paired boards and boards that don't really hit either opponent that much. When like bets and raises are going in, he's very quick to fast player, and this is the problem with raising your queen now. You're all of a sudden you're just thinking, well, I must be behind. So what is the point in raising if you're going to fold to the shove? Something you've got to think about before you make your decision, rather than just being like, okay, top pair, raise. You've got top pair, mate. Let's see a call, shall we? Does call, and we are off to the biggest all-in of the tournament, and Ati needs to fade an ace or a king to get his hand on the trophy and take it home. If not, and spot finds some sort of ace king and backdoor jack 10, he's going to be up with the commanding chip lead to 18 million, and Ati is going to be left with flames. So 3 of diamonds on the turn, safe card for Ati. He can't even look, he's looking over the dealer's shoulder. What is the river? It's the 4 of spades. Over he walks to congratulate his opponent on the second place, but that is going to be an extra 3,100 euro in his pocket for a total of 18,100 euro.